For 5 years, we've been making journals out of just junk here on the Dear Julie Julie channel in January. Are you ready for number 6? Grab your junk. Let's go. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Today, welcome to the Messy Desk. Today, we have our January challenge. And we have our January Just Junk Journal Challenge with a twist 2024. So each January for the last several years, at least 5, in January, we have done a challenge where we make a journal out of just junk, or things that other people throw away, or things that you would find around your house. This time, you're going to have the choice to be making a journal out of just junk, or add in some of those other things that might be around your house. And because we haven't had a challenge lately where you could use a paper pad, we did put that in here as well. And so, but you're going to have choices. So what are we doing this time? We're making a journal 60 plus pages. So it needs to be 60 pages front and back, at least, can be more. It's going to have a tassel and an ephemera holder. And you're also going to do the mini challenge 1.124. Okay, this time your journal can be any size, any theme, or any type, but you need to be able to do all of the things that we're doing. And of course, your journal is for you to keep. You can sell it. You can give it as a gift. You're not sending it to me. We're not swapping them this time. It is a journal for yourself. Okay, you must use 2 Dear Julie Julie digital kits or more. And if you are using free digitals or Patreon digitals, all those together count as one. Okay, so all freebies group together and count as one single digital kit. You must use 12 full pages of Dear Julie Julie digitals. If you're using an ephemera page, you need to use all the ephemera off of that page for it to count as a full page. You will need to use, this time you also need 2 small containers or bowls. And so just a little something that you're going to be able to use. So like it could even be like a little jar lid. Little bowls. Yeah, so you're gonna need 2 of those. You may use any papers or items you print Dear Julie Julie digitals on. So if you want ledger paper in your journal and you're not using ledger book as one of your items, then you print a Dear Julie Julie digital on it, and you can use it. Okay, so I have some special videos on how to print digitals to be able to use those pages, and I'll put those in the special group. Okay, so and then you can use if you print, so you can print on stickers, you can print on vellum, ledger, any random papers that you have, the back of paper, scrapbook paper. Okay, now you get to use a binding kit. So your binding kit includes 5 clips, needles, thread, and your graph or lined paper, and then your pokey tool. Okay, and then you may use these tools. Okay, you may use, and this is a pretty good list here: scissors, cutter, sewing machine, punches, dies, embossing folders, die cutting machines, crocodile, tape but not washi, sandpaper, craft knife, stapler, punch boards, and rulers. Okay, so you can use all those things. You can also use ink, paint, mediums, paste, sprays, glitter, sequins. Okay, and then whatever you need to be able to apply those. So for your ink, if you need a sponge or a dauber, or you like to use the brushes, you can use those. Okay, now as in all Dear Julie challenges, you can use any envelopes, because I believe most of us have a plethora of envelopes, and you may use any typed book pages. So, you know, you've taken the cover off a book, and you have the pages. Okay, so there you go. Yours might have green writing. My next one on there had green writing. Okay, more items will be added when you do the mini challenges in the challenge. So if you do the mini challenge in the challenge, you finish it, it's going to add items that you're going to be able to use. We like to do that. It's a lot of fun to be able to do this. So here we go. This is the details for the January Just Junk Journal Challenge. Again, we're making that journal any size, shape, type, and it needs to be 60 plus pages. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a list of 15 different elements. That's a pocket, a tag, a waterfall, hidden paperclip, hidden journaling cards, double tuck, double-edged pocket. So it could be things that are regular embellishments that we add to a journal. We're going to call them elements. And it could be the things that we normally call an ensemble. A double tuck, a flip-flop with a flap, that kind of thing. Okay, so you're going to see in the special group, I've added a list of element ideas in the file section, and these can be, like I said, it can be things that we normally use for ensembles as well. Each element must be different. Example, you can only, for this part of it, okay? So this is the challenge part. For these 15, you can only have one tag. You can have one pocket. You can have one journaling card, one paper clip, one, one double tuck, one, I'm at a loss for word, one guest check item. Okay, so these can be your favorite items you love to add to a journal. Okay, so this time making something that you're going to absolutely love. So next, so you've got 15. Okay, so you're going to make your list, and you're going to go 1, 2, and all the way through 15. Okay, 1, 2, and then through 15. Make your list. Okay, so next I'm going to introduce you to what we are calling the list. Okay, these are the items that you, oh wait a minute. You're going to cut out those 15 items and put them in bowl A. So you've made your list of your favorite things to make, and you're going to put them in bowl A. Now you're going to go ahead, and this is our list. These are the things that we get to choose from for our kit to make the base of our challenge journal. Okay, so a book, a magazine, junk mail, packaging, box, broken jewelry, game pieces, gift bag or box, wrapping paper, a pamphlet, business cards, advertisement, garment, linen, napkin, placemat, tissue paper, paper towel, foil, parchment paper, coloring book, maps, tickets, leftover ledger, leftover lined paper, leftover journal, leftovers, and it's got a star by it, cards, playing cards, calendar, leftover address book, other trash, wallpaper, something special, paper pad. Okay, so the leftovers star are your coffee filters, tea bags, used coffee, tea, food scraps, and scraps of paper. Okay, so food scraps and scraps of paper. Okay, so that's where your scraps of paper, okay, is under the leftovers with the star, number 27. Number 27, if you're choosing leftovers, you can use all those things, okay? Okay, so this is our list of 30 things. Remember, you've already picked out your 15 elements that you want to make. You've made the list, you've cut it out, and you have it in bowl A. Now you are going to go from the list. We're calling that the list. Okay, let's put the list right over here. From the list, you're going to choose one item to use to make your cover. So you might choose a book. You might choose a box, like a cereal box. You might choose a linen. So you might choose a pillow sham or a quilt. You might choose wallpaper. Okay, so all of those things are on here, and yeah, wallpaper's way down here. Okay, so you're going to pick the one thing from here and put it there for your cover. Then you're going to be making a tassel. So what is the one base item that you want to use for your tassel? Now your tassel can be a fluffy tassel, or it can be like a dangle, like a bead dangle kind of thing. So you might want your broken jewelry, which is one piece. So like a necklace or a bracelet. And it's the base is what you're looking for here. This is the one thing to make the base. So if you're making a bead dangle, you might want to add your broken jewelry, and then maybe something else that you have from your list. You're going to be able to add some other things. Or for your tassel, you might have a garment that has lace and it has fabric, and you're going to be able to cut that up, and you're going to be able to use that for your tassel. Now your ephemeral holder cover, we've had several people complain that their journals end up too big by the time they add all their stuff. So this time, part of your challenge is to make an ephemeral holder to hold those extra pieces so that your journal, when it's finished, is not so bulky. So now you have to make an ephemeral holder cover. And so this is your base. What are you going to make your base out of? You could make a junk mail privacy envelope one. You could use, let's see, maybe you have a really cool advertisement that folds over, or a pamphlet that folds over. The other thing is, again, wallpaper. So yeah, or a leftover ledger, or maybe you want to make it out of your paper pad. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So you're going to pick your 3 items. Then you're going to go over and cross those 3 items off your list over here, and take those items, physically take those items and put them aside. That is the beginning of your kit for this journal. Okay, so if you've chosen a book, but you just need the outside cover for your book, but you want you can use the inside for pages and things. So if I pick, this is part of it. If I pick a flower book and I have the cover and I have all the insides, then I can use this in my journal. I actually took this out because I used to have a green orchid. It was one of my favorite things I ever had. And my mom had a friend come over and she said, oh, you can take anything from our yard and for your home, for your new home. And I had a green orchid. I had had it for years, like 12 or 13 years. And it gave me green orchids right before St. Patrick's Day every year. It was just so cool. And the person took that. Now, if it wasn't like one of the, yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I told my mom, and I said, but don't say anything. But I was heartbroken. And to this day, I'm heartbroken. But when I was looking at this book and I found that in there, I just need to tell a story, and I need to, yeah. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, so I have an example. My cover is the book. My tassel is a garment. So then you cross them off the list. Cross, cross, cross. Next, pick 15 junk items from the list. These will randomly be the bases for your elements that you placed in bowl A. So remember, you made your list of 15 elements and you put them in bowl A. Well, now you're going to make your bases out of 15 items for those. And I said randomly. Okay, so you make your list of your 15 junk items. So say I pick junk mail and packaging and wrapping paper and a linen, and of course a napkin. Maybe I pick parchment paper, coloring book, leftovers, because remember that includes coffee, and that includes the scrap box, my scrap box. And maybe I pick a paper pad, because maybe I want to make a pretty journal. Not that I want to make one. I have done several where I've made them entirely out of items that people would throw away. And but anyway, that gives you an idea. So, but if you were going to do just strictly a junk one, you might pick the book for your cover, or the box. Pick the box for your cover, magazine, junk mail, packaging, broken jewelry, pamphlet, business card, advertisement, a stained garment or linen. You might pick those. Maybe you have a paper towel that you use to wipe up coffee and then you laid it out. Maps, old maps that are obsolete or whatever. Tickets. So tickets from a silent auction, things that were going to be thrown away. Playing cards and you're missing some of the deck, maybe. Other trash, okay? So there is, number 32 is other trash, and that is other things that you might have saved that I didn't put on the list, okay? Because I know many of you have been saving trash, and you might have way better trash and junk than I did. Okay, so you can pick 15 items out of here that is all, plus and 3 items for here, that really is trash or things that people would throw away. Okay. So you're going to pick the 15 and you're going to make a list of 15 and put your 15 items on the list. And yep, now you're going to cut your 15 items and you're going to put them in bowl B. Okay, so you're going to put them in bowl B. Then you're going to grab your items and put them with the kit. Okay, so physically grab your magazine, your junk mail, whatever you have chosen, and that's your kit. Okay, and so now you've made your list of 15 junk items from the list, and they're in bowl B. Bowl A has what you're going to make. And so here's the twist. You're going to reach in, scriggle them up, and grab from bowl A. Reach in, scriggle them up, and grab from bowl B. And that is what you are going to make. It might say that you picked a pocket and you have a linen. Okay? So a pocket, and you need to make it out of linen. And the linen needs to be the base. Okay? So then you can add your other 3 items to embellish it, because that's how we finish up an element here, is by embellishing it or enhancing it with 3 items. And so you continue picking your items. So you've got your first 2 and you set those aside. And then you grab your second 2, one from bowl A, one from bowl B. You write those down, put them aside. Bowl A, bowl B, put them aside. Right? Bowl A, until you've got 15 items that you're going to make with what you're going to use for the base. And so you do that until all 15. And so now your 15 items, okay, not your cover, your tassel, or your ephemeral holder, but your 15 items, you're only going to use the items that are in your kit. So the items that you picked for your cover, your tassel, and your ephemeral holder, they are in your kit. But but you can use other things. I'm going to let you use other things to finish those out, because that's later on here. So you're going to make your 15 items, bowl A, bowl B, and yeah, so you're picking your kit, and it's going to be awesome. So dazzle us, I say. Show us your best 15 elements ever. And okay, so your best 15 elements ever. And then you're going to, now it says you will have a cover, tassel, ephemera, holder base, and 15 different elements ready to fill your journal and ephemera holder. Okay, so now you can go ahead. You can have already made these if you wanted to, but now you can go ahead and make these, because surprise, after you've made your 15 required elements using your bowl A element and your bowl B base from the list, you can now use anything, any of the junk that you collected, your junk stash. So say, you know, you collected something like this, you know, you collected a gift bag. You have a couple of gift bags, and one has ribbon on it, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. I'll be able to use that ribbon, but you didn't get it in this part. Then you're going to be able to do that. So we're not done yet, okay? So you can use anything. After you've made those 15, now for the rest of your journal, you can use anything, any of your junk that you collected. Okay? So you can use the rest of your collected junk stash to make the rest of your journal, including your cover, tassel, and your ephemera holder. Okay? Now one more thing, because this is pretty easy. You're only making 15, actually 18 required things. And you obviously need a cover anyway. So you're making a cover, an ephemera holder, a tassel, and your 15 elements that are only decorated with 3 things. There's no ensembles or whatever here. You might use an ensemble idea, but it's not made like an ensemble. Okay? So the next thing you need to do is you need to stencil 5 pages in your journal. Actually, first you have to, from your junk stash, make a stencil. Okay, make a stencil. You might have like the back piece of one of these. That's going to be a great stencil. This might be a great stencil. You might punch one up with your punches. You might use a piece of the lace from your garment or your linen. Be creative. I cannot wait to see. But you're going to make a stencil and a stamp. So you're also going to make a stamp, and you can go ahead and punch something out and layer it and make a stamp that way. You can, what was it? Somebody took paper and got it wet and made a stamp out of wet paper. They molded it and made it into a stamp. One of our challenges before. So you're making a stencil and you're making a stamp, and then you're stenciling and stamping 5 pages in your journal. And then you're also going to make and embellish 5 edges and 5 tabs and add those to your journal. So 5 edges and 5 tabs, a stamp and a stencil, 5 pages, 5 pages, and this will finish up your the challenge part. Okay, so then don't forget, all pockets, tucks, and envelopes must be filled to finish your journal, and they all need to have one thing done to them. Okay, so they can all be inked. You can use your pretty little stamp that you just made and stamp on them. Let's see, post your finished items. Okay, one thing, I want to go back to the list and give you some ideas of what kinds of things. So a book. Now this could be It could be a book like that plant book I talked about. It could be a regular hardcover book that you want to use because you want the cover, and that's going to give you pages. It could be a history book that has great pages. It could be a ledger book, you know, all the different things. But you want to use as much of it as you can. So pages and the cover if possible. Your magazine. You know, I have a bunch of old Victoria magazines, and they are awesome. But also, if you're doing a holiday journal, then you might want a magazine that represents the holiday. Your junk mail. Now, your junk mail is going to have stamps in it, like postage stamps. Your junk mail is probably going to have privacy envelopes. The envelopes that they want you to send something back in. There's lots of things that you can do with junk mail. Packaging. So this is your Amazon paper packaging, the packaging that they use when they wrap something up for you at the Dollar Tree. This could be the packaging that some stamps came in, the packaging that a stencil came in. It could be some great packaging that something else came in. So there you go. A box. This can be a cardboard box. It can be a cereal box, a biscuit box, a spaghetti box, a soap box. I made a journal out of a soap box. And so broken jewelry. Now for your beginning kit, you get to pick one piece. So a necklace or a bracelet that's broken. It could be a pair of earrings. So one piece earrings would be, a pair of earrings would be one piece. We're going to count that as one piece this time. But then if you have other broken jewelry that is in your junk pile that you've collected, after you made your original 15 items, you can go ahead and use that for your cover, your ephemeral holder, your tassel, and to finish up your journal. Gift bag or box. You can use every bit of a gift bag or a box. Remember, there's been a couple times I've used a gift bag and people were starting to call it the never-ending gift bag because there's just so many pieces to a gift bag. You know, you've got the front, you've got the back, you've got the bottom, you've got whatever the handles are. Maybe it has a card. Maybe it has a pop-up card or pop-up pieces on the front. It has the indented side pieces. There's just a lot of stuff to a gift bag. And then sometimes a gift box. It might be pretty. It might be the right weight for tags and things like that. So, yeah. Wrapping paper, to start off with, you're going to get to pick one. But if you have a stack of it, then you're going to be able to use your stack. A pamphlet. So say, it could be like the grocery ad, might be a pamphlet. But I'm thinking like when you go in the bank and they want you to see all the products that they offer, and it's like a fold-out pamphlet. So there's that. Business cards. Business cards are great. For making small things and for making paper clips and things like that. Advertisement. It can be any kind. It can be that grocery ad. It can be, if you're already starting to get election stuff, it could be that. And then of course you can use your sandpaper and do like Kathleen Maurer does, and take the color off. Garment. Okay, so this is it's in your closet maybe, or in your stack to give away. It's stained. It doesn't fit. It's so out of date, people are not going to buy it if you give it to the Goodwill. It's just going to be much better to put in a journal. Linen. And it can be any kind of garment or accessory. So it can also be a scarf, socks, mittens, a purse, shoes, pieces of shoes. That would go under garment, okay? Linen. Any cloth napkins, doilies, tablecloths, pillow shams, quilts, bed skirts, pillow covers, pillows, anything that would be cloth napkins, placemats, did I say that? Table runners, all those kinds of things. Again, they can be, worn out, something that, there's only one of it, so you got one placemat left, all the rest, were ruined or whatever. Yeah, so that's linen. Napkin, you get to pick one. So maybe you have a leftover pretty napkin. My mom had guest napkins in a stack, all different kinds for all the different holidays that she would put out for guests in the bathroom. So a guest napkin like that. A placemat. Now these can be paper placemat or a cloth placemat. Tissue paper. Maybe that gift bag came with tissue paper in it. There you go. You've got a place for your tissue paper. I'm going to also add, to the tissue paper, we'll add a pattern. Sewing pattern. Okay. Paper towel. And like I said, I had one. I was doing some painting, and the paper towel it turned out really pretty. I used it in the bird journal a couple years ago, and paper towel was one of the prettiest things in the journal. Foil. So this is your things you might find around your house. Aluminum foil, parchment paper. You just might want to use those somewhere. Coloring book. It could be an adult coloring book, children's coloring book, whatever. Maps. Now these can be fold-out maps. It could be maps in a book like a Thomas Guide or an atlas. Tickets. Tickets could be old concert tickets or movie tickets or any kind of tickets like that, or like the little raffle tickets. Leftover ledger. So I always tell people that, that budget book that you started and you didn't finish, that's a leftover ledger, okay? Leftover lined paper. So you've started in a composition book and there's still pages left. That's leftover lined paper. Leftover journal. My mom had several. She would start a journal, and I don't know, and then she'd move on to another one, and there was great pages in those journals. So a leftover journal. Leftovers has the star. You come down here, that's coffee filters, tea bags, used coffee, tea, food scraps, and scraps of paper. Cards is like greeting cards, birthday cards, that kind of thing. Playing cards, you might have some of those. It's the end of 2023. Going into 2024, you might have an old calendar that has your theme, or maybe even it doesn't have your theme, but you like the number part of it. Then you can go ahead and add a calendar in. Leftover address book. I actually found one of these. It's like half full. So I was like, oh, that we can add that to the leftover address. So that, okay. Other trash. So other things that you collected. That's one of the list. Wallpaper or wallpaper borders or a wallpaper sample book. Then something special. Now, as I was going through and I was picking things out, and I had one of my mom's journals, and I was like, this is something special. And so I wanted to give you that category in case there was just something special. Maybe you're making something for yourself this time, and there's something that you want to include in it. And so this is the place where you can include that something that that was special that you want to include in there. And then because we had so many people ask, when are we going to do a paper pad? I went ahead and put that in here so you can use a paper pad. And so, remember what you're going to do. You're going to first pick out the 3 for your cover, your ephemera book, and your tassel. Cross them off. Then pick out your 15, and that's your kit. And then you're going to make your embellishments, and then you can use all of your trash. And this is going to just give you some more ideas of things that you might have that you can use to help you finish. And so now we go back to, remember again, all your pockets, tucks, envelopes must be filled to finish your journal. We'll also be making mini challenge in the challenge 1.24. This video will play the second Monday of January, and we'll unlock a couple of fun things to make this challenge better for you. So, so I have a couple of ideas of things that might help you. Post your finished items in the special Facebook group in the post. So this special Facebook group, I'm going to put the link at the end of the video. It'll be in the chat, and then it'll also be in the description box so that you can come to the challenge group in Facebook. That's where we keep track and we get to see what you made. Okay. So again, we're making one journal. We're making that mini challenge in the challenge 12.124. This journal is for you to keep, sell, give as a gift, whatever you want to do with it. The deadline for the January Just Junk Journal Challenge is January 31st, 2024. We also have one required mini challenge in the challenge, and you have the whole month. You have until January 31st to finish that also. Always, please post your pics in the post, okay? This is very important. We don't have somebody checking the posts throughout the month to help you remember that you didn't post. So it's up to you. You need to go and make sure you have posted in all the posts and that they're showing, okay? After you finish, please post your finished journal videos in the black place videos post in the special Facebook group. And you're also going to put your photo slideshow. What that is that's your photo album. And tell us what the name of it is, and make sure it has your name in it so that I can find it and find you, and so that I can invite you to the party. And then, as with all other challenges, everyone that finishes the challenge will receive an invitation to the virtual party in November. Wow. I thought I did everything. It'll be in February. Date to be announced, where they will receive a digital kit for their use made by me. We will have a 2-hour party playing with the new digital. All finishers are also guest design team members for that digital that they receive. If you have questions, post them in the comments of the questions post. So you're going to get to the group, and you're going to see that there's a post that says post your questions here. Someone will answer it, and usually somebody answers it before I can. If they answer it, they probably know the answer, so it's all good. I'll be making all the pages embellishment types so you can check out each day. Videos will be live or premiere at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time with a live chat where you can ask questions every day. Okay, so again, we are making a journal. We are figuring out oh, that's different. Okay. We are making a journal. We are making a cover, a tassel, and an embellishment. What's it called? Like a folio thing. Ephemera holder. We're making an ephemera holder cover. And it's going to be an ephemera holder that you'll be able to put some of the items in if your journal is too big. And Then you're going to be making your 15 items that you pick, 15 different items that you're going to make. Cut them out, put them in bowl A, put your 15 items from bowl B in the other one, pick them. And so that is the twist. And it's we've done this where we usually call it mayhem, but I was sitting there looking at candy canes. So I was like, oh yeah, it's twist. Because, you know, if you're sweet and you're twisted, then you might be a candy cane. I just saw that and I thought it was funny. So, yeah, so this is our January Just Junk Journal Challenge with a twist. And I hope that you will join us. And I cannot wait to see what you make. You guys, please be kind. Please cheer everyone on. Make sure that you are posting what you make. Post it as you make it because it's going to be much easier to do it that way. And you're going to see that because of the way that I did it, you're going to post your first ephemera. And then when you post it, you need to tell us what your element was. Okay. It's a pocket and I used a magazine. Okay. So you need to tell us what bowl A and bowl B said. Bowl A, bowl B. What they said in your comment of your picture. And you might go ahead and, you know, post them as you do them instead of all of them at the end. It'll be much easier. Okay. And don't forget to post in the finished post as soon as you're finished. And I look forward to seeing you at the VIP. The VIP is our virtual internet party. It's that 2-hour party that we talk about, and that only those that finish their journal, finish it on time, and posted their items will be joining us. Okay? So I'm going to post the link to the special Facebook group in the chat right now. So those of you that are here, you can go ahead and go straight on over there and I'll let you in. And then I'll be letting people in throughout the day, throughout the week. And so if you're coming later, you can find it now in the description box down below. Your Dear Julie digitals can be found in the Dear Julie Etsy shop. Please use the link in the description box down below. That'll take you directly over to the Etsy shop. And just so you know, the Etsy shop is on sale. Everything in the Etsy shop is 50% off. January 1st and January 2nd. That will be our best sale of the year. So go on over, check it out. And one more time, Happy New Year, guys. And I'm so glad you're here. And I look forward to seeing who's still going to stay on this journey with us. As January is going to be a time for me to start figuring out if we're going to still continue this. So let me know if it's something that you want to continue. If you're brand new and excited, let us know that too. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. It's in the description box down below or in the chat. Bye.